Let this black dot represent 1 million rands. This is 10 million rands. And then this is 100 million rands. Louis Jr. Chakwane, also known as Undercover Millionaire, has been ordered to pay this amount in a fraud case. Multiply this number by 2 and you'll get the amount of money Ref Wayne is alleged to have made from his Pipcoin saga. How did we get to this point? How can one young man scam his way all the way up to 100 million rands? I'm sitting here in my room and I'm seeing 1 million rands as a huge mountain to climb. But this guy right here made 100 times more than that. And the scary part is the fact that they are not the only ones. As I was doing this research, I came across DJ Coach Senior Broker. For those who don't know what a broker is, it's a company in the foreign exchange market that gives you access to the markets. It's where our money is stored and used to buy and sell currencies. DJ Coach placed an FSP license, which basically represents that a company is authorized to offer financial services by the Regulatory Board of South Africa. When you search that FSP on the FSCA website, you see the registered broker goes by the name of RCG Markets. DJ Coach broker is called FBK Markets. Going further into the RCG Markets website and you realize they indeed use that same FSP license registered under the FSCA website. You cannot have two completely different brokers operating under the same FSP.
Absolutely. Fuck the clients. Your only responsibility is to put meat on the table.
The low deposit should have been a red flag to begin with, honestly. These FBK markets will cause you problems because in reality they're an unregulated broker disguised under the regulation of RCG. And if they have an agreement with RCG markets, all I have to say is RCG might be operating a very shady business. There's this other famous trader who goes by the name of Leadership Mondla. You will find dozens of Instagram posts of him promoting the same broker called RCG Markets. This broker promotes deposits of less than $5. Yes, you heard that right. $5, which is pure insanity and built to swallow your money, honestly. Massive leverages of above 2,000. There's a reason why industry titans like FTMO never go above 1:200 when it comes to leverage, because they actually want you to succeed. These forex gurus you love and treasure so much are promoting brokers that are encouraging gambling. When it comes to this thing called leverage, it basically means the bigger this number gets, the more you can risk on your account. So it's beneficial for smaller accounts because bigger leverage means you can risk the same amount on a $100 account that you usually risk on a $1,000 account or even a $10,000 account. But the gambling aspect comes in because one small movement in the markets and these massive leverages will cause a lot of money to be wiped out on your account. And it might actually mean your entire account is wiped out. This is what we call over leveraging. This intriguing world of forex scammers is full of money-hungry young men and women who will do anything to get their hands on your money and fame, even at the cost of your hard work and labor. There are dozens, and I mean dozens of people like these guys I just mentioned. Some might even have more money than Louis Jr. Not so long ago, Cashflow Ngobo, another prominent name, was arrested with his best friend. You wouldn't suspect Cashflow of any shady business or any shady activity because of his A-list circle of friends. And I mean A-list circle of friends. You won't fall short of pictures and conversations between him and many South African celebrities, giving him some sort of legitimacy. And then there's also the recently arrested Sandile Shezi. I personally admired Sandile Shezi for years since his appearance on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list in Africa, or so they assume. During the times when Sandile Shezi was moving very smart with his mentor George van der Riet. George is a man I highly respect for his honesty and the effort he always put into his free lessons and constantly reminding us as the people of what retail trading actually is. I lost touch of Sandile Shezi when he started creating a few companies. It came as a shock to me seeing this mini business icon on the run because of fraud allegations. During my research, I ran into a video of Ref Wayne telling people about his very good prop firm, indirectly endorsing this company, which is a strategy on its own to get you to use this firm without arousing any suspicions. No, we don't want the public suspecting acting that he's selling out, right? Nor does he plan on catching a case if the firm starts running away with your money. After digging deeper, you will realize this is a Nigerian prop firm using a US-based line, and this company was created very recently. If you don't know what a prop firm is, I got you covered. Proprietary firms are companies that give you their capital to trade. Capital in the six figures in exchange for a percentage of the returns. You get the lion's share of the split, of course, because you are the one who's doing the trading and the analysis and everything, honestly. You are basically acting as a contractor offering your services. The catch is you pay to play. So can you see why it's an industry all about trust and the legitimacy of the company you get into partnership with?
You've won. Because you're corrupt, and so is the world.
This rabbit hole is one that is very interesting to me because these forex gurus here in South Africa are very cunning and they always keep up with the changing times. When forex was trending, forex gurus arrived. Nasdaq trended, we started having stock indices gurus. Fake brokers trended, now you see traders started creating brokers. They all started partnering with some very shady brokers. Now you have proprietary firms trading, and guess what? Ref Wayne is ushering the new wave of new African prop firms. And this is a new wave that is the most dangerous of them all.
Not everyone can live this life. I'm a great revolutionary.
After seeing a video by Mensa Main, a YouTuber I admire for his reactions, I was honestly disappointed. Having been led into using a scam broker after seeing a post by Cashflow Ngcobo years ago, I know the pain of being scammed and robbed of your hard work. So today, let's unpack the scammer field foreign exchange industry here in South Africa. The first thing we need to do is help our fellow viewers understand what exactly is the foreign exchange market or what is Forex. I know what comes to mind to most of you is scams or Bitcoin whenever you hear the name Forex. But well, with the name like Forex, it sure does sound like a scam. But no, it's not a scam at all. And that industry is no child's play, nor a get-rich-quick scheme. I'll paint the picture for you very clearly.
There's nothing like a get-rich-quick situation within Forex. But like I keep on telling you guys must stop being stupid to the point that you are using the money that you need for necessities you are now using on nonsense.
The foreign exchange industry, based on my own understanding, is basically the global market for exchanging currencies. Without the Forex market, we wouldn't have these different rates and values in currencies. What I mean by different rates is, for example, you find that $1 is worth 17 rands at a specific time, meaning it would take 17 rands to buy a single dollar at that point in time. Or you get that $1 is worth 0.8 pounds. Can you see how the rates vary moving from currency to currency? That's all because of the Forex market. So yes, it's a very global industry that determines the value of global currencies. It's an industry that makes or breaks your country's economy. Forex is by far the largest market in the world. The main participants in the Forex market are the larger international banks, namely JP Morgan Chase with a 10% market share in 2020, UBS in Switzerland with an 8% market share, Deutsche Bank in Germany with a 7.38% market share, Citibank at 5.5%, Jump Trading at 5.23%, HSBC at 5.33%, the Titan Goldman Sachs at 4.62%, and the Bank of America at 4.5%. These percentages basically represent the percentage these banks are responsible for when it comes to the daily amount traded in the entire market. I know there's someone in front of this screen wondering how much money is traded in this market that seems to attract such titanic banks. As of 2022, trading in the foreign exchange market averaged $7.5 trillion daily. This is the amount of money that was moved every single day, and there is clearly no market that comes even close to moving half the amount of money. This puts Forex in a league of its own. Unlike the stock exchange, the foreign exchange market is divided into different levels of access. At the top is the interbank foreign exchange market, which is made up of the largest commercial banks and securities dealers. The top tier interbank market accounts for 50% of that $7.5 trillion that is moved daily. Moving down from there, you get smaller banks in the next level of the hierarchy, followed by the large multinational corporations. According to Galati and Melvin, pension funds and insurance companies and mutual funds and other institutional investors have played an increasingly important role in the financial markets since the early 2000s. There's really so much information. I could literally go for hours and hours regarding this information, but I'm guessing you now have somewhat of a good understanding of what the Forex market actually is. The reason why scammers are born is right there in the information.
Move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
The amount of experience required to master the foreign exchange market is unbelievable. The tough skin required to get used to losing money regularly before finally gaining profit scares a lot of people away. What these scammers do is they become snake oil salesmen. They promise you a strategy that will have you winning 90% of the time, or even some idiots will promise you a 100% win rate because they understand human nature. The reason why there's so few highly successful people in different industries is because humans hate losing, especially when it comes to money. Humans hate losing money because we are programmed to treat money and our jobs as a lifeline. For years, going to school and being punished for every mistake we make, we now naturally expect punishment instead of seeing mistakes as lessons to learn from and use for our growth. These boys come to you and offer you your biggest desire, a way to avoid feeling the so-called punishment you will feel in the foreign exchange market when you start losing money. Modern day snake oil salesmen right there. The amount of money these people make from selling courses and signals is unbelievable. It will blow your mind.
That is what I am! Fucking money. That is my agency.
There's this toxic wave that started by Cashflow Nobo and few others years ago that really damaged a lot of people, endorsing unregulated brokerage firms. For those who don't know what a broker is, I told you before in the upper section that a broker is more like a middleman that gives us access to the markets. If they are not regulated or if there is no higher power monitoring them, then they can easily run away with your money and there will be no one to hold them accountable. This is why you have a regulatory board like the FSCA that monitors these companies in the finance sector here in South Africa. This is exactly why many people lost a lot of money. These forex traders started a massive wave of posting unregulated brokers on Instagram, and they still do it even now. And a lot of people look up to these people and they ended up putting their money. And honestly, I was one of them. A broker I once used that was suggested by Cashflow Nobo himself suddenly disappeared and stopped functioning. Was there a refund? Nah, these people weren't even regulated. My hope in the finance sector was renewed when I noticed the FSCA started going hard for every broker operating here in South Africa. They started with brokers like this other extremely popular broker called Veracity Markets. Every one of these mentors, and I mean every one of them, was promoting Veracity Markets because Veracity allowed you to deposit a small amount of money, which was quite revolutionary if I must say, and they gave you a big welcoming bonus after depositing your money with them. So now you clearly understand why they became popular. We can be very cheap sometimes. Give us a discount and we won't even question the quality of the product. I started to hear rumors of Veracity Market not processing some withdrawals and others of delayed withdrawals and having to chase after them for your money. So the FSCA came after them. There's this one called John Gotti. I'm sure some of you saw this one coming. That man is charging a rate of 8,000 Rand for a so-called forex robot that will give you a 95% win rate. Having 1,000 people subscribe to his so-called robot, just imagine how much he would have made from that kind of money. 8 million rands, you don't even have to imagine it. I calculated. That is just mind-blowing. There's this way of thinking when we see these scammers posting those beautiful and luxurious cars, we assume they are legitimately making money from forex. Like, how else can they afford such expensive cars without being successful traders? Well, now you have your answer. 8 million rands from one group that expects a forex robot. Now that we speak about it, let's talk about these forex robots. Do you know what these boys were implying when they say they can give you a forex robot? They were implying they have their own system that resembles the quantitative systems that are being used by hedge funds and those big banks that move around 51% of that $7.5 trillion. Why the heck would a boy driving a rented Ferrari staying here in South Africa share with you a system that has the potential of making him billions of dollars? Yes, dollars, not rands. This kind of system can give him so much power that I would be surprised if the dark forces controlling our world didn't put a hit on his head for having this so-called 95% accurate forex robot. Having a forex robot that wins 95% of the time or 95% of all the trades you place can easily make billions of rands or billions of dollars in a matter of hours. Wake up. There's a 0.01% chance of finding someone that has built a machine or system that is 95% accurate in the foreign exchange market. No, the stock market, honestly. You are bound to suffer losses. Even Warren Buffett had his fair share of losses, even George Soros. The difficulties we face in life and a failing economy are the reasons why people end up falling for these kind of traps. We lack financial education in our schooling system, so no wonder we are so vulnerable. But why would the ultra-rich teach us how to be free of their slavery? So we wouldn't be expecting financial education in schools anytime soon. There was a time when Louis Jr. used to call himself undercover billionaire instead of millionaire. Now we understand why this cheese boy is being ordered to pay so much money. The spiritual son of Major One, spiritual grandson of Prophet Hubert Angel. You get Hubert Angel being the star of Zimbabwe's gold mafia scandal, then you have Major One with his infamous escape from South Africa. Now in their line you have Louis Jr., undercover millionaire himself, being hunted for fraud and scamming people. Louis Jr. Chakwane is one I can say with confidence that I strongly suspected he did most of the shit this guy is accused of. The guy literally has an Instagram live I saw months ago where he was talking about his trading strategy being prophetic. Of course he would say shit like that seeing who his spiritual father is. He called it prophetic trading, having been given legitimacy when Prophet Shebard Bushiri publicly praised him and said he will go far. Many church members obviously started following the guy because they admired him. So how does he repay their admiration? Snake oil salesman mode activated. He offered them an illusion of financial freedom, an illusion of helping them make thousands from his prophetic trading signals that don't get things wrong. They are prophetic, of course, meaning they come straight from God. Why would they get anything wrong? I could go on for hours talking about the adventures of Louis Jr. Chakwane, the greed in a person to scam people of their hard-earning money despite being from a father that had a nice salary from playing for Kaizer Chiefs. Now look at his father and mother being entangled in this mess because he couldn't study the markets and patiently grow his capital. If you have any knowledge of the foreign exchange market and the stock exchange market but still see a video like this one and believe there's any possibility or sustainability in flipping a $50 account to $10,000 in a short space of time, then you are a very gullible person. You are exactly the type of person these modern day snake oil salesmen prey on. The desperate person who sees Forex as a get rich quick scheme that will solve all his problems overnight. The reality of active investing is that it takes a lot of risk management that can be so strict that flipping money is impossible to do consistently if you want a sustainable and long career in this industry. When I saw Mensa Main publish that video, I was disappointed, as I said earlier. Is the reality of South African YouTube CPM starting to creep in on him? Is he trying to take advantage of the high earnings in the finance side of YouTube? Is low revenue the reason why Mensa Main is switching to a deceptive route? Or is it another story of pure greed and a desire to make as much money as possible? The story of Sandile Shezi is a very disappointing one. From being labeled South Africa's youngest multimillionaire to being a wanted fraudster, Sandile Shezi's story is quite heartbreaking because I believe for certain that Shezi definitely made millions from Forex, but I fail to understand why did he have to create a brokerage firm or be associated with a broker, or is it a trading firm? I'm not quite sure what it is. Couldn't he enjoy his millions and live a peaceful life away from publicity, posting helicopters, luxury cars? It's like these guys put a massive targets on their backs just for the sake of pride or greed. They are all channeling their inner Jordan Belfort. One thing a good salesman knows is to study what you desire and offer you your heart's desire in exchange for your money. One pattern you will notice with these Forex gurus here in South Africa, they will all offer to take your funds from 500 rands or 1000 rands or even from 5000 rands and grow these funds to 100,000 rands in a set amount of time. They understand that normal everyday people won't randomly invest 10,000 rands because they don't have that kind of money to gamble with, and most rich people aren't as gullible as they expect them to be. So what they do is they lower the amount to 1000 rands or 2000 rands, and some very recently 800 rands, an amount that you as the middle class or the lower class of earners can afford. At one point, everyone with a trading account started being a mentor here in South Africa, a popularity contest just to gain thousands of followers so they can charm that Instagram baddie at your expense. There's one name I almost forgot as I'm doing my research: Forex Broker Killers, also known as FBK, led by the ancient guru himself, DJ Coach. The man who is a Forex guru that trades high-speed trading on low time frames but has the time to be a DJ and go from gig to gig. Do you see what I did just there? Nobody can easily be an active DJ or do another high-focus job while actively scalping in the foreign exchange market. One thing I like about DJ Coach, or one thing I liked about him, is that he actually had the brains to get out before the heat was turned on him. But guess what? He came back again with a broker. I used to binge watch DJ Coach's FBK Millionaire series. All the expensive cars, the lavish lifestyle, the beautiful women. You truly can't hate the guy, honestly. A charming and relatable personality. His whole MO revolved around trading US dollar news releases like the non-farm payroll, making profit every single time trading job data releases. A very eyebrow-raising thing, because there is a reason why proprietary firms like FTMO were very afraid to let their traders start messing with news releases. DJ Coach used to post profits in the millions of rands on Instagram, actually millions of dollars on Instagram, yes, millions of dollars. No matter how much you trust his legitimacy, after seeing those kinds of profits from a kid who started trading a few years ago, that should have been a massive red flag and a sign telling you to keep your money far, far away. I'll repeat again, the forex industry is a very lucrative industry, even here in South Africa. It's the most lucrative industry to master in the world alongside the stock exchange, but you have to be willing to go the distance and spend years educating yourself or being educated by real mentors who want to share their knowledge with you. From Sam Bankman-Fried to Elizabeth Holmes and her Terrano scam, Forbes seems to have a trend of introducing us to these scammers through their 30 under 30 list. Ref Wayne's Pipcoin thing was just off the rails crazy.
You were telling me off air that you actually started with forex trading at the age of 16.
Yeah. I was fortunate to have met with my mentor at a very young age, at the age of 16, 2011, I think six years ago. He's the one who aroused my curiosity and also my desire to learn more about trading, whereas he saw an opportunity for such kind of people like us to start trading.
The guy literally claimed to create a cryptocurrency and wanted to trade it for people's money, assuring them it would gain value over time. This actually nullifies it being called a cryptocurrency because cryptocurrencies are decentralized. Even the owners of Bitcoin don't have 100% certainty concerning the future of Bitcoin rising in value or losing in value. So how would Ref Wayne's Pipcoin currency have 100% guaranteed growth? How will it gain value? Will it be publicly traded by traders, banks, and other big investors so that it can gain value and fluctuate in real time? When it comes to gaining riches or publicity, people will go to an unbelievable length. This man right there is proof. Now, let's move on. Oh, the Apex Gold twins. Where do I even start with these guys? If I have to admit one thing about these guys is they are very, very good at marketing themselves. They are probably the best of all these forex snake oil salesmen. There was rumors and evidence from the channel Writer Fleek of these twins going to a plot of land owned by another guy's family and pretended they recently bought the land.
Investing in timepieces, investing in property, now investing in land. As you can see, goals already have goals.
Insane, bro, because at that point I already saw what was on his Instagram stories. He then says, I know, right on my family's property. And I was like, is that your family's property? And he says, yes. Now,
the guy exposes that the land isn't even listed for sale and has active employees managing it on the behalf of their family. These guys never miss the opportunity to go big. Luxury cars, big houses, now a fake plot of land. They will show you exactly what you need to see for you to be motivated and start looking up to them. And honestly, do they even have a lot of money? I bet you they actually do, but from actually stealing your money from their courses and every other shenanigans they run. Even when I'm here writing my script and doubting all of my research because I am wondering how many idiots will be angry when they watch this video. For any of you wondering where these guys learned all their trickery, then look no further. Just go to FX Lifestyle. That guy was the first of this breed of scammers, posting lavish locations, lavish holidays, luxury cars, vacations in Dubai, and telling us about how he became a multi-millionaire under the age of 25, like Sandile Shazi, of course. If I don't stop myself right now, then this video just won't end. There is so much information to gather. I think we should end up doing a part 2. Don't you think so?